Welcome to another Field Trip Friday. We're so glad you're with us. Today we're going to be visiting the actual Hall of Fame Rotunda here at the Chick-fil-A College Football Hall of Fame, as well as our Building Leaders Gallery. The Building Leaders Through Football Gallery is dedicated to the National Football Foundation. Established in 1947, early leaders included General Douglas MacArthur, the legendary Army coach Earl Red Blake, and journalist Grantland Rice. The mission of the National Football Foundation is to preserve the past, promote the present, prepare for the future, and protect the game we all love. Here at the Chick-fil-A College Football Hall of Fame, we have an entire floor dedicated to the history and the great work that the National Football Foundation has done for the game of college football. One of the newest exhibits here at the Hall of Fame is actually General Douglas MacArthur's desk from his time where he lived at the Waldorf Astoria in New York City. In addition to General Douglas MacArthur's desk, we also have a typewriter used by the legendary journalist Grantland Rice. It's a great way for us to honor two of our founders. Now, playing college football and playing football in general isn't just about X's and O's and wins and losses. Football actually teaches some great life lessons, including character, dedication, teamwork, and excellence. National Football Foundation's Building Leaders Through Football exhibit actually features a Supreme Court Justice, Alan Page, two U.S. presidents, Ronald Reagan and John F. Kennedy Jr., and even Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. All of these men tell the story of how football impacted their lives both on the field and off. Now, in addition to all the work that the National Football Foundation does to preserve the game of college football, they also present the William V. Campbell Trophy every year to the nation's top scholar athlete. Past winners have included Peyton Manning from the University of Tennessee, Tim Tebow from the University of Florida, John Urschel from Penn State University, and this year's winner was Justin Herbert from the University of Oregon. Now, also on display here on the third floor is one of my most favorite artifacts here at the College Football Hall of Fame. Why, you ask? Well, it's the MacArthur Bowl made from 400 ounces of Tiffany silver. It was designed and donated to the National Football Foundation by Tiffany & Co. and has been given to the year's most outstanding college football team every single year since 1959. And keeping with tradition, this year's recipient of the MacArthur Bowl was the LSU Tigers. All right, as you can see, behind me here is the actual Hall of Fame Rotunda. Talk about rarefied air. Over 5 million individuals have coached or played the game of college football. And as of the 2019 class, we only have 1,010 players and 219 coaches inducted into the Hall of Fame, making this the pinnacle of achievement for college football. The National Football Foundation administers the selection process for players and coaches being inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame, and only the best get in. One of the first requirements is that a player be first-team All-American by an NCAA-recognized selector. Players are eligible from 10 to 50 years after their last year of intercollegiate football. Now, the criteria for coaches includes they must have won at least 60% of their games, coached for 10 years, and coached over 100 games. Now, coaching candidates become eligible 3 years after they retire, or if they're still active, at age 75. Now, each school must nominate their player or coach, and all candidates on the ballot are then reviewed by the National Football Foundation's Honor Court to make the final selection. Now, like many of the other exhibits here in the Hall of Fame, the Hall of Fame Rotunda is RFID enabled and will personalize your experience. When you walk up to one of the viewers that you see behind me here, it will actually present you and display all of the Hall of Famers from the school you chose when you registered. Once you've learned about all the Hall of Famers from your school, you can search our entire database of Hall of Famers by year played, position played, year inducted, and several other criteria. Now, one of the things that's really special about our Hall of Fame is that it's not just a plaque and some stats on each player and coach. With our augmented reality viewers, you can see highlights, you can learn all about their accomplishments both on and off the field, and really get to know our Hall of Famers. In addition to being represented in our augmented reality viewers, each class is immortalized on glass blades that surround the Hall of Fame Rotunda. So as you can see, there's a lot more to the game of college football than just X's and O's and wins and losses. It's really important to our history and to our future, and hopefully you have a greater understanding today of why football matters. Well, that's it for another edition of Field Trip Fridays. Thank you for joining us, and as always, we can't wait for you to be able to visit us here at the Hall of Fame very soon.